Hi everyone, today's Friday, the 73rd of March, and I'm Emily Wetzel. I'm here giving out my report out for Chapter 7 and Chapter 9, and I've brought my trusty assistant again, who is currently wearing her Rapunzel dress. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, there's a part about chicken nuggets in this again. Isn't that weird? There was a part about chicken nuggets last time too. So you can talk about chicken nuggets again.
I like chicken nuggets and french fries.
I know you do. I tried to get my older child, Charlie, to be on this, but he was disinterested. Okay, so let's hop in. Chapter 7 with Tim and Tim focused on international markets. Very interesting concept. I work for Allstate. I've said that a few times, and we operate primarily just nationally, a little bit of business in Canada, but not much. So learning more about international markets is always interesting to me. Sounds like a lot of, the international market decisions comes down to risk and knowing what your risk is and what you're willing to take. You also have to know your market. So obviously resources vary, different resources vary in different countries. So if you're going to enter a different country, you have to know what their resources are. You also have to know what their customers are, what they need, what the socioeconomics are in that country, what they like, their tastes. So that's super important as well. They talked a lot about standardization, so I thought that was really interesting. How do you choose to standardize something like McDonald's here in the US, where you're going to walk in and every burger is going to taste the same, or do you make modifications based on the market that you're entering? And they talked a little bit about the eel ice cream. I think it was in Japan. That's really gross. I did the activity. I thought that was fun, so I have my notes as usual. I did the little activity where you were matching up the countries and kind of their preferences, and I got most of them right, I think 3 out of 5, so that was cool. I also liked learning a little bit about the strategic options that you have. So basically those came down to you can maintain your production abroad, you can do licensing, franchising, subsidiaries, or you can do alliances. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. Obviously with like McDonald's, you see that they do franchising, and so that allows you to have oversight, but somebody else to run the day-to-day business for you. And then again, the choice to adapt or standardize your product I thought was good. I liked the chest thing they did at the end, so that was kind of cool. I noticed the pieces were in there, but I thought it was just a slide design, so I did have to go back and rewatch. And I think I noticed the queen in the multi-dimensional slide, the bishop in global strategy, the pawn in international ops, and the castle I wrote down, but I knew that wasn't right. I had to look it up. It's a rook, and that was in the strategies for competing slide. So cool little scavenger hunt there. On to Chapter 9. You doing okay, Eleanor?
I'm Rapunzel.
I'm sorry. Are you doing okay, Rapunzel? Okay, good. Chapter 9 with Brittany and Emily was good too. I loved the TEDx in the beginning with Brooke Detterline. She talked about ethics. I thought ethics is an awesome topic. I loved the sustainable ethics class that we took in the MBA program. She talked a lot about courage, kind of equating to ethics, which I've never really put those two words together before, but I think they go really well together, because obviously if you're going to be the one that's going to step out of pattern and say something is wrong here, we need to change something, it does take a lot of courage. And she talked a lot about the situational pressures that you feel as being part of a group or part of a team, and that's why people tend to be a bystander versus stepping up and doing the right thing. They talked about ethics and the debate of, which sort of ethical strategy do you follow, comes down to, are you looking at a more globalized set of ethics, or do you look at them on the local level? And so I thought that was interesting conversation, and I forget the name of the third one, and I've apparently lost my notes page, but that was sort of the blend. I think it was maybe transactional, sort of the blend of a local and global approach to ethics, which I thought was really good too. Then they also talked a little bit about corporate social responsibility, or CSR. Certainly a great time to have a great corporate social responsibility policy with coronavirus, and we do see a lot of companies stepping up to meet the need on that. So you see everything from, like she said in the video, companies feeding hospital workers. That's obviously great PR for them. Then I've noticed that a lot of the breweries or wineries are stepping up to make hand sanitizer, things that they might not normally. And Emily also talked about sustainability and the fact that a lot of times we think that's environmental, but sustainability really is about, your whole business model. So making it sustainable on the employee level, making it fair to the employees, free good work or fair trade, I was going to say, are all those like sort of sustainable mechanisms. And the chicken nugget part was about Tyson and the use of their oil, I think it was, to fuel jet planes. So I was wondering if that's why my children are always so spastic after they eat chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets make rocket fuel. Did you know that? You did? She didn't. Okay, well, that's all I've got. Very interesting chapters, and I hope everybody's doing well and staying healthy out there. So thanks for watching my feedback, and have a great day.